Hello guys, Davinator right here, and we are just going to go ahead and get right into part 2 of me ranking the Marvel Cinematic Universe films that have been released thus far. And let's go ahead and get right into number 6, Captain America: The First Avenger. Now, when I first saw this movie in theaters, back when it first came out in 2011 when I was a bit younger, I just thought it was one of the best action movies and one of the best superhero films I'd ever seen. Now, I've calmed down a bit over the years. I mean, it hasn't been that many years, but still, I've calmed down a bit as I've matured, a tiny, almost non-existent bit. And I realize it's not that great, but it is definitely a very fun and very entertaining film, and is absolutely worth watching and definitely worth buying on Blu-ray. And you just watch it. Just watch it a lot of times. This is just a prime example. This is just another one of those prime examples of a perfect popcorn, fun entertainment film where you just kick back, relax, and just enjoy a bunch of explosions and one-liners and great action sequences and good special effects and great performances. And Chris Evans really just is perfect, truly perfect for the role of Captain America. I mean, I can't imagine anyone else playing Captain America at this point. He's just completely just owns the role. He is just really just pitch perfect in the role of Captain America. And all the stunt work is great. And Red Skull was a very good villain. Hugo Weaving. Sorry, not Hugo Mortensen. That's not even a person. I was thinking of Viggo Mortensen mixed with Hugo Weaving. I got my Lord of the Rings actors mixed up there for a second there. I'm sorry. Anyway, but yeah, Hugo Weaving portrayed Red Skull really well, and yeah, he's creepy and very kind of hammy, but just really well done villain, and I think he was great. And Joe Johnston's directing style was great. I love the production design of the film, the plot of the film, and yeah, I just love the action set pieces. But yeah, it does have some problems. I mean, there's a montage in the middle of the movie that many people have griped about. It could have just been, like, the clips that you see in that montage could have just taken up action sequences of their own. It would have been cool to just see full-length action sequences instead of just 5-second clips in a montage of cool stuff happening. I understand that, but, it doesn't bother me that much, to be honest, because the rest of this movie is just so great. But anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and move right into number 5, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Now, this is the most recent Marvel film, and it is certainly one of the best. I love this movie. It was so good. It certainly did not live up quite to the first Avengers film, and it's not like my favorite Marvel movie thus far, hence it being, at number 5 and not at number 1, but it is a very fun, very entertaining, and just greatly acted, and just incredibly well written, but that's a given, because it's written by Joss Whedon. That guy he can't write bad dialogue, or bad storyline. It's just Alien Resurrection. That doesn't count, okay? Because I can't even remember the director's name. That he's a French guy. Jean-Luc Picard. No, Jean-Luc Picard. Wow, I'm getting really off track. Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Sorry, I just wanted to remember his name. Anyway, the director of Alien Resurrection did a really bad job with Joss Whedon's script. Is my point. Anyway, Joss Whedon, the writer and director of Avengers and Avengers: Age of Ultron, is a great writer. It was the point that I was trying to make, and this movie is no exception. The writing and dialogue is just brilliant. There's some serious genius humor in this movie. This movie is really hilarious at times. It's just a very funny movie, and just the action sequences are so well filmed, and the choreography is great. The special effects are awesome. The Hulkbuster fight scene was just great, and not just well choreographed and just cool, but it was also just a very funny and just downright hilarious scene, to be honest. It was just all-around great set piece. I love that scene. One of the best scenes in the entire film. But, yeah, there are some pacing issues, and Ultron, while I do think he was a really good villain, he didn't feel that threatening, to be honest. He wasn't as threatening as he is in the comics, and he could have been much better in my opinion. Or he could have been a tad bit better. He's not quite as good as Loki, but I do think he is a very good villain overall. Just because the incredible dialogue and the brilliant performance by James Spader. He's just a very funny villain. And anyway, yeah, and I also like the side characters, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. I thought that What's-His-Face and Elizabeth Olsen gave good performances as their characters. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and I gotta wrap this up before the gameplay ends. Okay, let's go ahead and get into number 4, Iron Man, the first one. Now, I really like this movie. Now, when I first saw it when I was 8 years old, or is that how old I was? Yeah, it must have been about that age. But anyway, I thought it was okay. Like, I was expecting a big action movie, you know, kind of like with Thor, but, you know, at Thor, I still liked the movie, because, like, I could still sit through, you know, dialogue and stuff like that, and I still thought the movie was funny. Like, when I first saw the first Thor when I was younger, I still liked the movie. But yeah, with the first Iron Man, I just thought it was kind of okay. But as I've watched it a lot more times over the years, I just realized how truly great this movie is. It's just the dialogue, the characters, the storyline, the action, special effects, just almost everything about this movie is just done so well. And Jon Favreau just did such a great job directing this film. And just, that's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that. Just like, it would be really weird if any of you hadn't seen Iron Man already, but just, if you haven't seen Iron Man, just watch it, okay? Just watch it, like, now. Just finish the video and then watch it. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get into number 3, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This movie's freaking amazing. Okay, the action sequences in this movie are truly incredible. Okay, the action sequences are so good. I'm serious. That's all I really can think to say. Just the action, but no, the characters and the writing and the storyline. The storyline especially is a lot more interesting than the first movie, the first Captain America movie. I mean, and yeah, this is just all around just great spy thriller. It's just it's just such a fun movie. You just gotta watch it. I'm not gonna say anything else. Number 2, Iron Man 3. Now this is considered to be one of the worst. I love Iron Man 3. Okay? Now the twist in the film, if you haven't seen the film, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is a bit of a twist. Okay, most people hated it. For about 3 seconds, I hated it. I was just downright angry. Like, I was like, what? But then after about 3 seconds, I was like, oh, okay, no, this is cool. Just because the way the scene in which this certain twist was revealed was done, just the way it was done was just great. You gotta see it. I loved it. And I absolutely love this film. I loved everything before it, and for about 3 seconds, I thought, like, the entire film was going to be ruined. And then after those 3 seconds, I was like, oh no, this film's still amazing. Like, Iron Man 3, the action is great, the characters are great. I do like the villain. And the villain's gotten criticisms, but I really do like the villain. And yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. I think gives his best performance of Tony Stark and Iron Man out of all these Marvel movies in this movie, and it's great. You just gotta watch it. And also, the end showdown at the end was really good. The end showdown at the end, that's redundant, but the big fight at the end was really cool. But anyway, yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to just make an entirely different third part for my number 1 pick. I didn't realize that I had so much to say. But anyway, if you like this video, please rate and comment and subscribe, and if you want to, you can also share. Get out of my face.